It was the day her worst fears came true. The wife of President Sadat talked about those fears in March of 1978 with Mike Wallace. It was shortly after the assassination in Cyprus of Yosef el-Sabai, former Minister of Culture, former editor of the Egyptian newspaper Al-Aram, and a close friend of Anwar Sadat.
The death of your former Minister of Culture, Mrs. Sadat, I know how much sorrow it gives you because he was a friend of yours. Do you not worry about your husband?
I used to worry before, but since now about 26 years, we are always threatened. Especially, I could say now, after my husband's visit to Jerusalem, it's more, of course, than before, much more even. And after the death of our friend, Yosef Sabai, it became more and more now, starting to make such assassination like that towards the people who went to Jerusalem. And they said it. And they said it yesterday after they killed him. They said, we are going to kill everyone who went to this trip, to Jerusalem, to Israel. Of course, it makes me, at least for a while, worry about my husband. But we are, as Muslims, we believe in fate. And I believe in God. Whatever will happen, it is written, you know.
Have you talked about it with President Sadat? Have you talked about a wife's fear, a woman's fear? Have you ever said, Anwar, please?
Stay at home? No, never. Maybe at the beginning of our life, and especially after the revolution. I was crying every day. Whenever he comes home late at night, he finds me crying. What's wrong with you, Jehan? I always say, well, I thought they killed you today. Every time and then one day he told me, don't worry, because you are not going to add 1 minute or take 1 minute. It's my fate. Whenever it's finished, then nobody can add anything. And lately I realized this is right.
Exercises extraordinary political power, like his ancient predecessors, the pharaohs. He does not serve as the spiritual head of the religious establishment as they did. He speaks about Islam simply as a devout believer.
In Islam, and this is something I think which gives life honor. In Islam, it is stated that only in life we are in a transitional period until we reach the eternity, where will be no human atrocities, no bad deeds, all this in eternity. All of us, we will live forever. And life is considered in Islam a transitional period. For that, it's very essential in Islam that you must act so that you can win the eternity.
The life looks...
Sadat died. His body was then flown by helicopter to the parade ground where he was wounded and where he would be buried. Security for the funeral procession was extremely heavy. The public was not allowed within a mile of the short route. Anyone allowed to enter the area had to pass through at least 2 checkpoints. Hundreds of police, soldiers, and paratroopers guarded the area. The procession was led by a band on horseback, followed by several military units. Sadat's flag-draped coffin was carried by a caisson drawn by 6 horses.
as any ordinary Egyptian could come to mourn, a frenzied crowd wheezed and wailed as press buses and dignitaries drove through the security perimeter. It was a graphic scene for the photographers, but it did not reflect reality. At other
وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة.
Rolling. If there was something less than adequate security here on Tuesday, it was certainly not that way today. Thousands of police and soldiers guarding this tightly controlled event. Well, the 750 or so journalists who came here, it meant passing through identity and security checks 7 times. A little bit more of the weekend and 2 more days beyond that, and Hosni Mubarak will be the new president of Egypt. An extraordinarily complicated task, one that he says he'll tackle with discipline and continuity for the legacy of Anwar el-Sadat. From Nasser City, Egypt, John Schubeck reporting for News Center 4.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون. نزلا من غفور رحيم. صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص